Next level.
Hello, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Coach Tiffany Parra, editor-in-chief of Phoenix Fitness Fanatics magazine, elevating your mind, body, and spirit. We are taking center stage on the Own It magazine and publishing platform today with one of the amazing Phoenix Fitness Fanatics contributing writers. She is just awesome, and I cannot wait for y'all to meet her. So let me go ahead and bring her on in the room. What is going on,
Hi.
Coach Christiáne?
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I am fantastic. How are you? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to have you on the show and just excited to have you as part of the Phoenix Fitness Fanatics family.
Yes, I'm so excited as well. Yes, this is awesome.
So please share a little bit with our audience who you are, where you're from, and just a little bit about what you do.
Okay, well, I am Christiáne Chanel, or the Conscious Lifestyle Christiáne Chanel, and I feel like I'm from everywhere, but currently I live in Riverside, California. I am a neuro-linguistic programming practitioner. I'm working on getting my certification in it, but what that really means is that I help people change the way they think so they can change the way they live. We get really down to the core beliefs and the talk that we have in our head, and we evolve that, we heal that, so that everything that flows from there, your thoughts, your decisions, your beliefs, are all aligned with who you are. And I also have a bachelor's degree in fashion design and art with a focus on fashion design. So what I do is I marry that with my coaching to also help you bring that outer presence in alignment with the work that we've done on the inside.
Oh, wow, that's very interesting. And it is all in alignment, right? The way we
Yeah.
feel on the inside, we definitely want to look the way that we feel. So I am so excited about what you do. And again, just having you in the family. So what inspired you to, make the transition? Because I know you were, full-time working, out there, doing your thing. And you had that shift. You said, "Hey, you know what? I think I want to go into this coaching realm." So, what really inspires you to make that shift?
Well, I had to get a job with a company called V3 Electric. It was a solar sales company.
Mhm.
And just to back up a little bit more, my entire life, I've always been interested in fashion and psychology. I pursued fashion first, because that's always been my first love. But psychology was a close, first place for a long time for me. And I had to get a job at V3 Electric so that I could take care of my kids because my aunt was moving and I needed to get out there. And
Mhm.
in that job, there was a lot of self help books that we had to read in order to promote. It was a lot of personal development. And in fact, they called themselves a personal development company that happened to sell solar. And I fell in love with that. And I learned so many things about myself, about the power that I was giving away. And I learned to reclaim that power. And then during that time, I had started working with a women's networking group, and there was a life coach in there. And she was just saying all these things that were really uh, resonating with what I was feeling at the time. And so we started working together. And as I was learning, I love to share information with people. So whatever I was learning, I was just sharing with everybody else. And a lot of my friends were healing little tidbits, based on the tidbits that I was giving them. They had some clarity. And one of them said, like, do you think you could be a life coach? Maybe you should be a life coach. And I was like, oh no, I no. I take that very seriously, to take somebody's life, for them to place their life into your hands because they want
Right.
to heal, they want to grow. I was like, no, that's a very serious thing. I don't know if I want to do that. But then when I actually spoke to my life coach about it, she said, if you're feeling called, then do it. And I felt like that was my permission slip. So for the last about 3 years or so, I have been like dipping my toe into working with people. And in the last year, I would say that I have really, really like just gone full force with it. This is my life's passion. This is what I want to do. So that shift happened when I started at V3, I would say.
Wow. Why are there not more companies out there that are, giving self-development books
Yeah.
as resources? You know what I'm saying, for their employees. I just absolutely love that. So big props to them, for really setting the stage for, yourself as well as others to be able to, step into some of these, positions of, leadership to be able to help
Mhm.
others, to heal and things like that. I mean, that is just absolutely
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. Like they, not to talk too much about them, but they were really, really pivotal because I learned a lot about leadership there. I was the first assistant manager in that particular office, and I would have never made it had I not been reading those books. It helped me professionally, it helped me personally. And to your point, I've been noticing that more and more companies are actually shifting towards personal development for their employees because they
Yeah.
see that that actually produces better numbers for their company. When you take care of the person, they take
Yes.
care of you.
Absolutely, absolutely. You gotta love on your employees because they're the blood of the company, right? I mean, I think that's for sure. So, wow. So, can you share a specific success story from your coaching practice that highlights the transformational impact of your work?
Yes. Well, I was working with this young lady. I met her at a yoga, like a networking yoga event,
Mhm.
and we all decided to go to lunch afterwards. And everybody was going around the table saying what they were doing. And she reached out to me after I said, I'm a life coach. And she said, I've actually been looking for one. And so we started having sessions once a week. And her biggest concern was transitioning from the career that she was in to something that she loved because she was just so
Mhm.
stressed out. She just felt like they were attacking her, and and she wanted to figure out how to make that transition without feeling badly. And so we sat down, and over like within I think 3 sessions, she had already put in applications, got
Nice.
what do you call it, gotten a lot of callbacks to jobs that she really loved.
Yeah.
And it was so amazing to guide her in that transformation. She was feeling much more secure and confident about making that jump because she had been in that industry for so long. She was in the medical billing industry, and so she wanted to make a transition to writing more, to doing more antiquing, but she just wasn't sure how she should go about it. And by the end of, I think we had maybe 6 or 7 sessions. By the end of that, she had made the transition to a new job. She was feeling lighter and happier, and her whole energy completely changed. And I just feel honored to like work with people who trust me enough to help them make those transitions, because she was really stressed out. Like the first time I
Mhm.
had met her, I could see the worry on her face and just the heaviness that was on her, and helping her just find things that she loved, just for no other purpose but to enjoy herself, to find that happiness, to find that joy. It really gave her like that permission slip. Sometimes we just need permission
We do.
to go and achieve our dreams or to go to that next goal. And she checks in with me periodically, telling me all the things that have been happening for her, like all the good things that have happened for her as a result of that. So it's just phenomenal, you know?
Yes. Oh, I love that. And I love hearing about, people being able to get out of those stressful work environments and be able to do the things that just give them joy and make them, feel that passion. Because there are so many people out there. I mean, hopefully there's, people listening right now,
Mhm.
that are out there struggling to make that first step to go ahead and leave, I'll say the comfort zone,
Right,
right? It can
right.
be hard to leave the comfort zone because the comfort zone, pays more, or the comfort zone is just that, right? It
Yes.
just makes
Well,
us comfortable. And
what?
even if we're miserable, we're
Yeah,
staying
it's crazy because they say like as much as we want what we want, our brain is like, no, I need to stay where it's safe and comfortable is
right.
safe because we know all about that. But our heart
Hmm.
is like, no, I want more, And
Right.
so it's a balance between having that conversation, heart having a conversation with the brain, saying it's okay. This is
Yes.
new. We're not gonna die. I get it, So
Right. That's right. Oh, we're gonna cut to a quick commercial break, and then we will be back with Coach Christian. Be right back. And we are back. This is Phoenix Fitness Fanatics Magazine, elevating your mind, body, and spirit. We're taking center stage on the Own It magazine and publishing platform with one of our contributing writers, Coach Christiane. So, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. So, that commercial right there, wasn't that fun? A
yeah, I
big
know. And
Mupo entertainment. Michelle Mupo definitely keeps it fun. If you ever want to see some amazing content with some shows, definitely subscribe to Mupo Entertainment. Just go to your iOS or your Android device and you can type in MUPO Entertainment. So thank you so much. So, all right, Coach. So you do a lot. You wear a lot of hats. I mean, you're coaching. You mentioned that you are a mother as well. I know just, speaking to you, before you had, caregiver status. I mean, there's so many different, aspects to you. So what does self-care look like for Coach Christian? Because sometimes when we're wearing so many hats, we kind of forget about that. So what does that look like for you?
yes, self-care, very important. For me, that looks like meditation in the mornings. I can't do it every single day because sometimes, it's nice to sleep in a little bit. But
Okay.
most days I to get up in the morning and meditate. It helps me focus my mind. It helps me understand my intentions. Like, what is it that I want to accomplish for today? How do I want to feel for today? How do I want to show up today? And just being conscious about how I'm showing up so that I walk through the rest of my day with this ease, right? So that's definitely a big part of my self-care. And I am a like a girly girl, or I'm a very I like to try on different people, like I like to cosplay like in different vibes and stuff like that. And definitely one of a really a bonding moment too for my daughter and me, and it's also self-care, is she's learning to be a nail tech. So
Yeah.
she does my nails and we get all like excited about the different designs because she's flourishing in her creativity. I'm getting my nails done and I get to like cosplay whatever I want to do that week. And also just kind of disconnecting from social media, electronics, getting out in nature. I like to go just stand in the grass and ground. And I'm not a big hiker, but I do love to go to on walking trails, especially like where there's a lot of uh trees and flora, fauna, all of that stuff, you
Yeah.
know, get in
Yeah.
nature and really just reconnect with who I am inside and getting to know me, you know, so that I can show up better for everybody else.
Yes. Oh, I love grounding. Grounding is my favorite way to show myself some love. Getting out there, like you said, like getting out there in the grass and nature is magical. It really is.
Yes,
So,
yes. It's very healing too. Just so can be
yeah.
so healing. Hmm.
Oh yeah. I mean, like if your blood pressure is up, you go and you walk in the grass and just take a few nice cleansing deep breaths. You're going and listen, tap in and listen because we don't tend to listen. We're listening to everything else around us. Tap in and listen to your heart. You'll hear it go down. And
Yeah.
as you hear it go down, you start to calm.
Yeah. Make a really great point about tapping into our bodies. We think that because we can describe how we're feeling that we're tapping into our bodies, but not, that's intellectualizing our feelings and not actually feeling them.
Right.
And it has been amazing to tap into that more, you know, tapping into what my body is telling me.
Right. Yeah. That's where the magic happens, knowing how you're feeling. So you can really you can heal yourself by just knowing the different things in your body that's going on. Again, especially with your breathing. Start with
Yeah.
your breathing, start with your heart rate.
Yeah.
Those are two. So what are some unique approaches or techniques that you use for in your coaching for your clients to help them achieve their personal and professional goals?
So I like to talk to them a lot about their childhood because I am finding in all of these different disciplines, especially like with neuro-linguistic programming, you yourself are the what is it? You have to do the programming on yourself. So we
Right.
understand what our clients are going through. And I like to use like the total truth letter that allows them to get out their feelings with
Mhm.
without anybody judging them. They can go through like our primary emotions and saying like I'm angry when, I'm sad, I'm fearful, I'm in pain, I regret, I love, and I desire. They get to really fully flesh that out without
Yeah.
worrying about somebody reading it, but they put all their feelings onto the paper and they can release, you know, and they can see maybe what's holding them up.
Mm.
But a lot of times I like to go into where their thinking's coming from, what core beliefs have been created from what
Yeah.
situations. Where are you an internalizer? If you're an internalizer, then I need to help you ask for help. If you're an externalizer, I need to help you reflect, you know. So I like to get to the bottom of like what was set in your childhood for you, so that we can build up from there. You know, like the one of my coaches who's helping me with my certification, he said that there are a lot of grown-ups walking around with toddler-like values.
Yeah.
Was like, whoa. And at first, I didn't quite understand that. But now that I've been dealing with people and I've been learning so much more, I'm like, oh my goodness, I see what he's saying. We're
Mhm.
a lot of people, myself included, because that's why I got into this work. We had toddler like beliefs acting out in our adult lives and keeping us from accomplishing the goals that our true self really wants.
Yeah.
So it all like whatever modality I use, it really is to help heal that inner child. So
Yeah.
like I said, the total truth letter will work. Um, Finding things like little things, just listing little things that you love, going back all the way to when you were a child, like what things did you love as a child to reconnect to that. And
Mhm.
I really love that aspect of it because a lot of times when we show up less than our best, it's that wounded child that's just trying to figure it out. And
Right.
so that's why I have like a lot of compassion for hurting people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
um
Mm-hmm.
I want to help them get down to that core belief and build
Yeah.
up from there, because everything else is just a performance and it's not who you really are. I want that transformation to be who you are.
Yeah, yeah. And like you said, it starts with that inner child, right? And what those beliefs were, because we all have those self-limiting beliefs that, have been drilled into us, and you're trying to figure out, where did that come from? Why is that here? Why do I think these things? So I love, that you start, there, because they're again, that was an ouch when you said that about, a lot of adults out there with that toddler, mentality, right?
Yeah.
Because there are a ton that are out there that need to be acting a little right. Sorry guys. Sorry everybody, but hey, we do need to check ourselves. So
Yeah. Really quickly, like, we looked at our ego, because a lot of times we'll say, "Ooh, they have a fragile ego," or they're showing up with their ego, they're egotistical. If we
mm,
challenge ourselves to look at our ego as our wounded child showing up, we will have more compassion. So to your viewers, instead of like looking at it like I'm immature, it's like, no, you're just a wounded child just trying to figure it out. And we all deserve to mature, to find and to find rest,
right, absolutely, absolutely. So look, we're gonna cut to another quick commercial break, and then we will be back. All right, we'll be right back. And we are back. That was Online Biz Solutions. Big ups to Online Biz Solutions. If you need websites, if you need editing, if you need commercials, anything that you need just to show up right out there, definitely connect with Online Biz Solutions. All right. Upscale Online Biz Solutions. Uh, all right, we are back. This is Phoenix Fitness Fanatics Magazine, and we have Coach Christiáne here with us. We are just talking a little bit about her coaching and how she is impacting, some of those clients out there. So, Coach Christiáne, how do you measure like the success and the progress of your clients, that you're coaching throughout their coaching journey?
Well, the fact that they're showing up, that's definitely the continuing to show up is definitely a sign of progress. And just whenever they complete the assignments that I give them, their homework, that's also a sign of progress, because that means that they're invested. I also show them, no matter how small or big the progress is, every session I make sure that I touch um they when they talk about like how they're relating to their kids differently, or if they didn't cry for one day this week, or like one day less this week or something. Everything is a mark of progress, and I find ways to show them that, because you want them to know that regardless if the progress is little or big, it's still progress. So that's, the measure, definitely the measure of it is them showing up and doing the work. And then there's always little nuggets that they share with me that I tap on to let them know, like, I see you growing, keep going at it. You're doing great, you know? And then also too, like, I don't know if I can read energy or not, but I can see when people have lightened, you know,
Mhm.
like their face first feels brighter, they look lighter, they, you know, and you can see like that inner change that's happening in them where they're not taking things personally. They can tell me a story about something happening and they don't get extremely worked up over it. They're able to see, oh, they're hurting. I totally understand. I don't need to show up and get on them. All I need to do is help them and support them, and it changes the whole conversation. So those are the ways that I help them see success, cuz it's more about them seeing the progress more so than me. I just highlight it, you know.
Yeah, yeah. So, what do you feel that has been the biggest challenge for you on this entrepreneurial journey?
Honestly, it has been getting clients. You like getting the volume of clients that I know I can help and you know, reach. And
Mhm.
so that's been my biggest challenge, because when I tell people what I do, they're excited. So I know I have a good service. I know I have a good product. When you know, opportunities are coming to me, it was just refocusing on the resources that I have, right? Because I'm a part of a networking group and it's a referral based networking group. And I was looking at them to help me get referrals for my coaching. But I realized that coaching is extremely personal, especially the kind of coaching that I'm doing, because I can do performance coaching. My sweet spot is at transformational life coaching, where we're gonna cry, we're gonna get angry, we're going
Right.
to, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna deal with some hard things, but I want there to be that true transformation. And because it's so personal, i I feel like a few of the referrals, I would get referrals for people, you know, suggesting me, but I pivoted to more of education. I feel like, because that's how I ended up at life coaching. I kept
Mhm.
hearing the information and hearing the education. And then I was like, you know what? This is really resonating with me. I know I need to get more help. So let me reach out. So I've pivoted from to my networking group or friends to refer to educating, just
Yeah.
educating, and doing workshops and seminars and things like that for people to get help in
Yeah.
a group setting. And then if they want to take it a step further, they can work with me.
Oh, wow. I love that. Well, anybody out there that is listening, if you have heard anything that Coach Christiane has said that has resonated with you, definitely connect with her. So, how can they connect with you if they do want to learn more or if they would like to work with you?
Well, I am on Instagram. I'm focusing on that platform right now, to connect with my audience. And so I'm at Transform with Christiana Chanel on Instagram. And I'm also have a snip feed where you can see the offerings that I have at Christiana Chanel Coaching.me. And coming up in September, if anybody's interested, because I will be doing a hybrid of a live and a Facebook Live workshop on the book Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents. And this book has been so pivotal in helping not just myself, but my children with their father and their stepmother, and just really learning how to not take things personally and grow. And I'm doing a 5 week book club on that. And you can find that on my Facebook, or if you look at my Instagram, you'll see the information there as well.
Awesome. Perfect. Perfect. Well, I'm very excited for that. So, is there any words of wisdom, words of knowledge that you'd like to give our audience before we close up? I always love to make sure that I let my guests give that, drop those little nuggets right at the end. So, please share any words of wisdom or words of encouragement that you can give to our audience before we close up.
Well, a couple of words of wisdom is I would I once you can separate your self-worth from your trauma or your wounding, you will start to feel so much more integrated in who you are. Because for a lot of us, and me and myself as well, we have this what is it, like our self-worth and the trauma that happened to us are, sometimes we can't see where one ends and one begins.
Mm-hmm.
And I hit a breakthrough when I was thinking about it, and I was like, these things happened to me in my childhood, and they shaped who I am. But now that I know that that was just the trauma that happened to me and it's not about my self-worth and about who I am, I can let that go and focus on finding my true self, because that's what we're here to do. Like they say, we're here to experience life. I don't believe that. I believe we're here so life can experience us, because
Mm-hmm.
without us here, if it were just the animals, it would just be this big ball of luscious green, forest, and the animals just going on about their way. But once we enter the picture, the human beings enter the picture, now we have homes and we have inventions and we have, like all these different things that have created really beautiful things in our experience on earth, right? And
Mm-hmm.
we wouldn't be here if we weren't here for life to experience us. And in order for us to really give life a true experience, is if we can be our true self, because
Yeah,
our true self was made for a purpose.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. You got to tap into that true purpose.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I just love that. And when you tap into that true purpose, you know that you are walking in your
Yeah.
purpose. You can feel it
Yeah.
in your bones. When you wake up in the morning, you are flying out of
Mhm.
bed. You are
Mhm.
not like, oh my God, I got to get up. You just love, love, love just doing
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I love that. Yes. Hmm.
Oh, I just love this. Thank you so very much, Coach Christian, for just joining us and being a part of the Phoenix Fitness Fanatics family. I am looking forward to all of your content. So, everyone, if you have not subscribed yet, definitely subscribe to Phoenix Fitness Fanatics magazine. You'll go to Phoenix Fitness Fanatics Mag 2021.com, and you can subscribe. And then also, if you have already subscribed, look out, because this lady right here has got some great content for you, some great inspiration and motivation. So we love you all so much. Thank you so much for tuning in to another Phoenix Fitness Fanatics magazine contributing writer spotlight. We look forward to seeing y'all next time. Take care and have an amazing day. Bye bye.